All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone, and he is out of bounds here on the return.
Ready? 60 or.
Walk the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Hard.
Check three.
They'll run on first down. Quinn. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw on 2nd down. Porter firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Squeeze.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go on. Ready?
On 2nd down now, it's Quinn. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set. 8, read.
Watch the safety creep.
On 3rd and 2, Porter. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Porter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Safety game. Shit. Pilot, 64, read. Hey, high 7, 5.
From the gun, Porter. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Looking to throw.
Porter.
The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Smith, his first carry, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mike 5-4. I got you. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You run.
Now King on third down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On first down, Quinn. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down, it's Quinn, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Hey, Sam off. Go. They'll
run on first down. Quinn. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go, go, go.
Samuel West.
2nd and 6. He's got his man on the crossing route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Stick guy. Check stick guy. Watch it.
Leo.
Creeping. Safety's creeping.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And a loose football. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Jet bombers. Check
50. Check 99. Check 99.
Bravo. Get it.
On 4th down, Porter completes it to Samuel. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
brings up third down and 5.
Here we go.
King from the gun on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 47.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Niners' 28-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. Second and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now here's Olison. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Quadri Olison, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw. Porter looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. King. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 54.
Operating from the gun. King trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Wide, get the ball. Check 25. Check.
And now a carry here for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24. Check up.
2nd and 13. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. What twist?
Protein spell. On the
2nd and 11. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
We go,
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
What we got? What we got? 3, 218, chop.
He's got it.
Looking to throw. Porter taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Let's go.
Hey, lock it.
Whip.
Let's go. Defense.
They'll try the left side. It's Quinn, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. Switch.
Twist on Travis. Hey, let go.
58, right over there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Porter completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Shit.
Tight dog.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, it's our time, guys. It's our time. Check your hot read. No. Off.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. There it goes. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Bang, 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 bang.
Here's King, operating from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, play.
Get the ball. Spine. No. Check 52. Slant.
What? Squeeze. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo! Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Porter got a man. That's Quinn. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
To throw is King. To throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw. King. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 4.
King now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. King. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down now. It's Quinn, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Quinn. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Quinn. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. 2nd and 15. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now King, going to throw again. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check the out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. King throwing again. And that is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6-man.
They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
32, the ball carrier. The tackle by Quan Alexander. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 35.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
You got him.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, get in the way. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check it.
Here's King looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. To throw is King, operating from the gun. This is brought in by Gibson. That one goes for 8 yards. Throwing on 1st down, King. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, it's Gibson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. King. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco.